What's good? It's Chigozy. Just getting ready for OKC, April 19th. I mean, we're gonna be standing up all day, doing stuff all day. So if I can get like a ride in, it's just only gonna help. Hey Nathan, good to see you, man. A lot of good things. Raining in NYC, Gematria 32. Interesting. I'm surprised. NYC. That's such an interesting city. It's a little chilly today. I don't normally like biking in this weather. I mean, I do if it's like really, really sunny, which it is now. And if I keep moving, I'll just warm up. And if I think I wear a shirt or something, then it's more uncomfortable because I start sweating and at that point I always regret taking a shirt every time. And David, Smith and Wesson, Gertz, Coffee Girl, it's y'all. Earthly Patriot from Phoenix, nice. I'm sure it's really nice down there right now in Phoenix. And big Phoenician city. There's a city, I saw understand there's a city in America called Phoenix, and people aren't catching on to who's running the show and what they base the stuff out of. It's ancient Kemet, biblical, which that comes from Phoenician, and then there's all these people are so late. You have Columbus named after you know who, the Italian banker tyrant, loser, Christopher Columbus. People are still asleep. And then in Georgia and Indiana, there's also Columbus, and there's probably shit at Columbus in other states too. You know what? I'm taking Olympics today. We take this way every single time, and I'm not sick with the last one, so I walk. So we're just gonna take Olympics in. I haven't done it yet this year, so might as well. So we're out to McDonald's. We used to that shit all the time. Yes, McDonald's. Over there. People are addicted to that shit, man. Oh, you're in Wisconsin, man. Nice. And lepers from Akron. Yeah. I used to live in Wisconsin, so I definitely know that weather like really well. See, I like Wisconsin weather when it's not the winter or early spring. And when it's like super late spring, summer, and fall, especially summer, in Wisconsin, Minnesota is really nice. Like those states pop out and it's in the summer. I really like it up there. But then you can say that with pretty much anywhere. And some people say, well, not Florida. It's like, I don't give a fuck if it's that hot. That's the thing. Like, I've been to Florida before in the summer. I loved it. I don't care if it's 100+ degrees. I think that's fun. Sure, it can feel hot. You got to kind of not be careless, that type of weather. But yeah, that's what's good about up there. Yeah, exactly. I'm going back there this summer too, so I'll be there this summer for a little bit. Anyways, this is a one-way. I'm on oncoming traffic, but we're in a residential street, and it's a different angle. I mean, it's just another view lens. Going down the one-way street the wrong way in Ohio. The heart of the state, supposedly. Just we're in the middle of it. Which again, it's why that might be my all-time favorite part about Columbus. I'm not gonna lie. It's proximity. I mean, if you want to go to Cleveland, a couple hours. You want to go to Cincinnati, a couple hours. Like it's a couple hours for everywhere in Ohio. Almost everywhere. Some a little longer, of course, but like you go to Indiana, less than a couple hours. You want to go to Kentucky? It's a little over a couple hours. If you're going to Cincinnati, you're going to Kentucky. You know what I mean? Like, you literally are. It's literally the same shit. But here's like some of the neighborhoods here. Here's like some like church, a boarded up church. See, that's what we need. Because imagine if every Catholic church in the world, that's how you know we'd be making an impact. If the Catholic churches in the world, they all look this way, boarded up and abandoned. Well, really, if we got to that point, we should use them for, shelter and homes for everyone, especially the homeless. Which again, I mean, you see the church, like, I mean, just let us sink in. If this is really a church, you know what I mean? If this is like a church with, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? If this is a church and they actually cared, why is this boarded up? Like, why aren't they putting homeless people in this? And then using the money, right? I mean, again, this is why you don't give money to the church every Sunday. You're giving them money every Sunday to not take that money. Think about it, guys. I'm not exaggerating. All the money given to the Catholic Church alone on Sunday I'd say in this neighborhood, not even in Columbus, but just in this neighborhood, is enough to run this building. It's enough to hire staff. If you need staff, it's enough to have food, water, shelter for the homeless in the city, right here. But instead, look what they're doing. They're boarding it up. If it's even boarded, I mean, it might be partially boarded up. It might not be fully abandoned. But I mean, I gotta do more research on it. But what's to say it is? I mean, isn't this ridiculous? Yeah, pass a collection plate, my children. I mean, this is why I don't like religion. I mean, you guys, this is evidence right here. You see a boarded up church. The doors are white boards too. That's why I said it. I mean, with a hole in the window. It's clearly not a church that's running. And guys, there could easily be homeless people living in here, and we don't know about it. And good for them. But I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, it's not that easy. See, everyone has some stupid fucking reason why it can't work. It's like, no, it can easily work. 1013, of course it is. Another 113, 1013. I mean, come on. Dishonest. Look how this dishonest are doing. A big church with this wreath right there, probably symbolic. This is dumb. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a Catholic church. A boarded up, abandoned church, not being used to help anybody. Just wasting space. How they could demolish it and plant a garden there. So again, guys, the church is not your friend. The church is not here for you. They're not here for the fucking people. That's proof right there. Evidence right there. They're not here for the people. I mean, it proves it. Guys, think about it. The ever-loving Almighty God, who they praise and all this stuff in church and talk about, what do you think God, who's so loving, we should all be like Jesus? What would Jesus do? And God and stuff, and Mary, because the Catholic Church, wouldn't they then like the first instinct should be, hey, let's not have this abandoned. Let's actually have some people live here who need shelter. Oh, thanks a lot, love. That's fine. Love you so much. Thanks for always being here. And I hope you're gonna enjoy the game. And I'm gonna be very careful. Thank you. Thanks, hon. I'm gonna be very chill, careful. Look both ways. Look out for these wacko drivers here. But yeah, I mean, I think seeing that abandoned church has already made the stream. I mean, that speaks volumes. I'll try to rant about the whole time, but like, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, how am I thinking too much? Oh, what is the alternative? Oh, why is it boarded up? No, there's only one answer. It's just so sick to see, and that's why I like these documentaries. We're documenting real life in the United States of America and the bullshit, the utter bullshit that this nation is. Guys, I'm sure that was, again, if it was some Arabic country, do you think that'll be some boarded up mosque? You know what I'm saying? No, it wouldn't. Or some temple or something? No, it wouldn't. I'm sure they would use it to help people, to feed the homeless, because supposedly there's even no homeless there. That's the whole point. They would probably use a church like that, a mosque, to house people. That's exactly what they would do in other nations. Not these stupid ass nations like this one. So yeah, the more of the story is never give your money to the church, because they're not using it for what they should be using it for, period. Is it true that Ohio has the best drivers in the country? Whoever told you that was, they were lying to you harder than the judge which are lying to you. If you think the judge which are lying to you, that person told you that is honestly worse. That should speak volumes. That's how bad the drivers here are. Again, they said I know these statistics are all bullshit no matter what, but I heard some statistic that Columbus, Ohio has the 4th worst drivers in the nation. And then just do the math and extrapolate from there. That means if America is one of the again, people always say, oh, this country has the worst drivers, and I see what they're saying, but at the same time, it's like they're able to operate without signs and all this way we have here. I mean, they're smarter in those countries. They're not drinking fluoride all day. You have to think about these things. So I think they're inherently better drivers just from that. So you have these fluoridated retards who can't drive for shit in this nation, and this is a city with the 4th worst. And guys, if you've seen my stream since last year, I mean, how is that hard to even deny? I mean, these people are terrible. I've been hit so many times. Accident almost hit. Remember one of my first driving streams? I was getting on the highway, and there was this Walmart semi literally inches from me. He wouldn't move over. He wouldn't slow down. His ego and shit. I was like, bro, you're driving a truck for your company, for Walmart. Why are you even using ego? I'm just a little guy in this little Honda. I mean, these people are fucking dumb. They can't drive at all. Just because you're not seeing people, skid around. I mean, yeah, it's not like, again, people they're doing it here. They're like speeding. I'm not against speeding either, but these people are stupid. They should not be speeding. They're not smart enough to speed. They're like speeding and weaving in and out. They're doing that here all the time. Especially down here, the drivers here are terrible. If you go up north, it's just as bad. Wisconsin's drivers are better. Everywhere I've been in this nation has way better drivers than me. But again, your mileage may vary. You might see that maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be. If that's your experience, then good. Keep it that way. Keep that perception. But at the same time, be careful. Because again, these people, I've been hit by a car on my bike at least 3 times. Almost hit countless times. Countless. See, they're lucky that I actually like adrenaline rush for that, and I like the mind game of it. I try not to get hit by these people. But it happens because it's going to happen today. I mean, it happens every day. Every time I bike. Because they don't look. They really do not look when they're driving. They're driving with their eyes closed. Not even kidding. Man, you guys gotta seeing the chat is so hard because it's so sunny, which again, it's a good problem to have. It's really sunny, but I cannot see the chat at all. It looks like squint, and I can see it's shaded now. Oh, say a step back. It was a Methodist church. Thank you. Thanks for that information. I didn't know what type of church that was. Being a Methodist, it's all Protestant, it's all, to me, it's Jesuit. I mean, the Jesuits were formed to counter a scripted, contrived, pre-planned, preordained 95 Theses. The whole, Counter-Reformation, at least by my understanding, is all staged. They did it all perfectly by the numbers, unless it happened organically, and then they're just reporting it by the numbers. But we see how the Jesuits, well, not the people that the Jesuits, spawned from, they're doing the same shit before, 1540. Before 1534. So, to me, it's the whole entire thing of that is all completely scripted. (7-11) Robert McDonald House. So here's Nationwide Children's Hospital, where they do experiments on children, etc. Clearly. Sure, again, they save lives there, but that doesn't mean that it's just a front end of the day. It's like the Seattle Children's Hospital Zach tells you about. They do some good things, but they do rituals. They experimented on you there. Damn. Well, I'm not surprised. That's what they do. I mean, they have a behavioral center over there we're going to pass. That's why I point out the behavioral center. What do you think they're doing there? Your child's in class. He knows how dumb and bullshit it all is. He knows how fucking stupid his teacher is. He knows how retarded all of his classmates are. And he's so bored. And his best way to do it is to, act out in his own unique way. And they think he has mental problems. He can't focus. He's too stupid. He has behavioral problems. You see how sick this is? They say he has behavioral problems, and they send him to that fucking place up there and give him these very poisonous pills and toxins that completely change and melt his brain, all because of that. That's literally the world we live in. Just think about it. That stuff has long-term negative effects on the brain. And they're giving these kids when they're young because they couldn't conform properly in slave indoctrination school. And you guys, quote unquote problem kids in school, the behavioral challenged kids in school, go to this type of place. Some of the patients there are from that type of situation. I mean, if that's not the case, it's impossible. I mean, obviously, maybe again, not everyone there, but I'm sure a good number are. And then when there's normal ass kids who see through the bullshit, versus it up here. That's why this was, to me, this is the sickest building. It's one of the most sickest buildings in Columbus, Ohio. Maybe even in the entire state of Ohio. One of the sickest. Behavioral health pavilion. I mean, why are you calling it a pavilion? I mean, just think about it. Pavilion, is that where you stand and oversee things on a pavilion? I need to look at the definition of that word better. There's probably a better definition for that, but that's what I think of. So you put the kids in a pavilion. I'm gonna put it on camera for those new, but we've seen this before. We've seen this before. I mean, if I'm going on Livingston to downtown, I gotta pass it. These are all common, easy things we'll see a lot. Big lots, funded by Big Lots. They put their name on it. Again, think about it. Imagine your company. You put your company. It's like me putting Chigozie Truth. Sure, I know you want to treat things like a business, but I don't really look at this like my company. We just use that for an example. It's like, imagine such a Chigozie Truth Behavioral Health Pavilion. I mean, it's just, how disgusting is that? And look at the shape of this building. It's just some fucking warship. See? Just think about it. Who do you think they send to the Big Lots Behavioral Health Pavilion at Nationwide Children's. I mean, just think about it. It's so sick. You wonder if that's a Freemason Shriner hospital. Here's the skyline in case they didn't want to actually give a fuck. They want like fake skyline pictures. You got the police, Huntington Bank. Yeah, it's a Columbus Division of Police, Huntington Bank. You got a police one, the skyscrapers, the banks. It's all these are banks and the police and the government. That's all it is. Yeah, to show you who's responsible, what they're doing. Let's go down. Let's cross here. This street's pretty cool to see. Let's look at the city from this angle. We're going to High Street just from this way. Zip Nationwide Children with the 3 monarch butterflies. This place is just so disgusting. And then they say they're on your side. Because you understand Nationwide just makes money off the hospital. That's why they have it. Sure, it's the gematria, the astrology, the reason they were chosen. But you know what I mean? Like, from a business standpoint, it makes them look good, like they're on your side. See, it's all programming. They keep and you repeat it. You keep repeating, Nationwide is on your side, Nationwide. You repeat that all the time. And the thing about it, they use chicken parm. It tastes so good, you know, fucking Peyton Manning. So he's one of the heroes to these people. He promotes them. So he and Peyton Manning's like supposed to be the good guy, right? He's a good guy. All good old Peyton Manning, you know, cool, all-American hero type of person. So he keeps telling you that shit. And then they put their name on a children's hospital. So do you see how this makes you then want to get your insurance through them? It's complete mind control. And then they look good, they donate, they make money, they get all the tax breaks because of that shit. And think about how many taxes they probably save on Nationwide Children's Hospital. There's probably a few they do. I don't know, can't confirm that, maybe they don't, but it's just how it goes, man. So you can't fall for that mind control, you can't care. I've been doing this long enough, invest in better equipment. Like what? I'm outside. What am I supposed to do? I mean, you gotta give actionable advice. Because the camera picture's fine. The audio's not the worst when it's not super windy. And any better equipment, maybe a lavalier mic or something plugged in, but then they got all these wires. You could do a Bluetooth, but how reliable is that going to be? How's that quality going to be? might be worse. AIB. Yeah, death sells trauma, exactly. Hey, yes, Shy Divine. I'm shaking my head too. I don't even get it, love. Again, I'm always want to try to give people the best production I can. The video is unstable. Well, that's the thing. It wasn't stable before, and I got a stronger. I got like, like the clips you can buy for your phone to put onto the mount. Like I got the most expensive one that was built of like steel, or maybe like it's built of metal, probably steel, or some aluminum composite more so. But anyway, it's like metal. I would need shock mounts maybe on this thing. I would need shock mounts on this tripod. So maybe a shock mount extension. That might help a bit. It might not. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Go on the road. It'll be smooth on the road because it won't be the sidewalk lines. I mean, it's either I do this way, I just don't do it at all. That's kind of something how things are. It's like do you not stream at all, or you just kind of make do with what you got. That's how you do it. A GoPro. Okay. I will look into a GoPro. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get it, but this year, sure, I'll look into a GoPro. I don't know how this stream on that's gonna work, and I mean it's possible. I'm sure you can stream from the GoPro to your phone, type of thing. That could work. Well, thank you. See, that's all I want. I know about GoPros, but I didn't know, if that's really the solution for this. But it sounds like it could be. We'll see how convoluted it is. You'll always shake. Yeah, I'm on a bike. Yeah, I figured. Even if it's on my head, it's gonna shake. If I put the GoPro on the bike, it's gonna shake. If I put the GoPro on my head, it's gonna shake, and it might shake more because we move my head a lot. And looking at like the chat and stuff, I would have to not look at the chat at all if I had the GoPro on my head. And looking at the chat is over half the fun. So that's what I'm saying. Like, a GoPro would still be a good addition because it'll still have like really good quality. Of like the picture quality would be better. It might be a little bit smoother in terms of like maybe even frame rate or something else. I know that the camera will be better. So it's definitely still not a bad suggestion. But yeah, I might not shake the shakiness. I think the best I can do is get a shock mount thing that you can mount. Night of the Bang. Doctor chosen the mattress above his false flag. Gotta check that out. Gherkin out, the motorcycle vloggers. Okay, I'll check them out. I'm sure they use something. I'm sure there's something they use. Again, I mean, there's people that do. It's people who do what I'm doing, and it's smoother. So, just get what they're getting. I get what you're saying. I don't know when this will happen, but let's just say by the end of the summer, hopefully I can get my hands on some of that. Because some people do have motion sickness, so I get that too. It can make you sick looking at this. I mean, just looking at Columbus, Ohio alone should make you sick. I mean, looking at that boarded up Methodist church, wasting all this money and resources, that should have made anyone sick. Well, didn't have to. I mean, you could be numb to it all. Always lying. We're gonna hit the high street. Right now we're on 4th Street. What if I go faster, if it makes it better or slower? I don't even know. Ooh, wait. You just reminded me, dude. See? There we go. That's the problem. Yo, respect. Look at the screen now. It's gonna be a lot better, man. I forget that, guys. It's still not the best, right? It's not the best. It's still shaky, but when you're zoomed in, it's worse. So, again, thanks for pointing that out. Because I'll zoom in, right? I zoomed in on a children's hospital, and I forget to zoom out sometimes. This is a common mistake I make. So I appreciate you letting me know about that. So it's I mean, it's not 100% better, but it's definitely better. But I guess we're still have plenty to go, so I hope that didn't take too much. I mean, it's only been since Big Lots just like that, so I think we're good. It's just I'm rolling over these. One day I'm gonna roll over those grates and it's just gonna break and fall, dude. I'll fall in the fucking manhole. Hopefully I'm going fast enough though where it wouldn't matter. Or I can hop off my bike when it's happening. Of course I'll let my bike fall in there, that's what you wanna do. Third Street. Just go to this way. That's what does blow my eye. That's what living downtown gets you. Dirty hair. Shit blowing everywhere. Oh. Yep. I'm glad y'all appreciate the stream. Here's Key Bank, which is from y'all. Key Bank, which is from Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, the 216 area code, like the Key of David. I like characters that makes the audio bad, I guess. Here's supposedly some like, oh yeah, Nationwide. Again, this is what they do. Again, it's to continue our conversation, if you want to even call it that. See, this is another Nationwide shit. Nationwide is on your side. You see, again, this is programming. They just throw it everywhere. Because their headquarters is here in Columbus, Ohio. Maybe they're even from here, but their headquarters is here. I think they're from here too, but regardless, Nationwide is on your side. Move nights. July 22nd is when this ends. Summer 614 against the Columbus area code, June 4th. 614 is like 6/4. You see that? You see what they're doing? That's why it's on 6/4. Because the one acts like a slash. I'm not trying to stretch. And look, Summer 614 on 6/4. You see what they're doing? These people are doing rituals. Again, Nationwide doing things by the numbers, as we see right there. Why else would it be on 6/4? I mean, come on. You right in your face, and these people don't fucking see that. It's like, how blind do you have to be to not see the number games these people play every single day, all the time? So this is a Columbus Bicentennial Pavilion. That's what it's called. So again, this is what I'm saying. So this is a pavilion, right? And they have the behavioral pavilion. So like, why would you name it that? See, this is what I'm talking about. Columbus Bicentennial Pavilion, like a stage where you're on overlooking a crowd. And then they have the Big Lots Behavioral Pavilion at the Nationwide Children's Hospital. And now here's Nationwide here. To me, it's so sick that they don't call it that. Maybe, again, it could be some, but again, it's language. It's their language. I don't care whatever reason they call it that. Why are you calling it the same thing? A behavioral pavilion? There's power in the name, vibrations, exactly. And they're using that word specifically. It's just so silly. But again, this is how it works. They say they're on your side. They do all these things, and you know who runs Nationwide? The Jesuits. I mean, if you're new, you didn't get that part right. It's the Catholic Church who run that Methodist church that was boarded up. Yeah, I'm sure the Catholic Church have their hand in that. Camera's fine. I'll still fix it anyway because we're about to. I mean, this street, I keep forgetting how fast this street goes by. This part of a high through State Street because it's just like straight up downhill. It's a straight up decline all the way to get past Nationwide. It's like I pass it pretty fast all the time. I honestly, today is my first day noticing it. How little I really see on the way back though. I'm kind of exhausted a bit, so if I get back here, I can take it anymore. But on the way there, it's always. I mean, guys, if you're like watching in the background, when you look back at the stream and what you're doing, you'll probably past all this. You get the Jesus people here. I mean, this is where I was kind of paving. It's a good spot. The acoustics here are really nice, by the way. It's because it echoes and bounces around these buildings. That's why I was here with the megaphone that time. And I'll be back here at some point with the megaphone. But it's a good spot. So they're saying they're shouting Black Lives. There's some of the terrorist group. Just got the BLM idiots here. I'm gonna talk to her. Hopefully, she comes. The next thing you know, it could be your uncle. She's a Black Lives Matter. She's retarded. I'll tell her about Elaine Bryan. She needs some help on this. It could be anybody in your family. That you gotta understand. When God is like a stand for each other. Oh, nice. And Nathan said, it's the same megaphone Zach had. Black Lives Matter. See, they're into this, getting into terrorist organization. Excuse me, man. I want to talk about Black Lives Matter a bit. You know our police chief, right, Elaine Bryan? You know that she was installed on purpose, ritualistically, because they killed Ma'Khia Bryant on purpose that day? Yeah. So, when I teach us about this, it's really crazy, but the letters and numbers receiver, the Jewish mysticism, Gematria, Kabbalah, it's what they do. And just real quick, I know you're trying to get your message out, of Columbus, right? See, so when you reverse that before, you use 26, you use 1. You add them up in Columbus, you get 110. Ma'Khia Bryant, they killed her on the 110th day of the year. 4/20, right? April 20th. That's 42, right? Yeah. Forward number 42 is Medgar Robinson, right? They put this number on Black people all the time. Moses Walker, he's the first African-American baseball player. He played 42 games.
You got Facebook?
I do, but mainly on YouTube. Just check out Gematria Effects News. I have a channel too, but this guy who puts this work, he does really good work. I'll show you Gematria Effect News. And go on YouTube, subscribe to him. Gematria Effect News 25. Yeah, here.
Patrick Lyoya was a 26-year-old Black man. While handcuffed, he was shot in the back of his head by the police.
This on contact. There we go, yeah.
That's my messenger.
Okay, this guy. Messenger, follow him.
Right.
So, I deactivated my Facebook page. I don't use it much. But follow him. He'll tell you all about this better. He's really good. He's here for black people as well, right? He helps us out. He like he shows us how we've been shamed by these Jesuits. And he'll definitely, if he doesn't respond to you, and here's his videos on YouTube. And we're going to OKC on April 19th, right? So he might not be responsive, but he has a YouTube channel. So check out his page, go to his YouTube channels. Yes.
Get his name and then I'm gonna go to his Instagram too.
Okay, great, yeah. Well, thank you so much. You have a good one.
Welcome. You too.
Yes, y'all. See, that's why I love being out here. So, I mean, sure, it's a city. I like to be in the boonies, but man, if I'm gonna be here, I'm taking advantage of it. See, that was perfect. She hit up Zach on it. I think my Facebook's deactivated. If I gave her mine, I would have not been the move. Yeah, Zach's trying his best to get this out. He works overtime all the time. Like, I love sharing his research. It's bam. They plug in. You know they're gonna fucking see the riddles. They're gonna see the next race shaming, the next thing by 42. And she remember what I told her. I never even told her how the N word is 42, but because she was so intrigued already. But once she looks at Zach's work, she'll eventually figure that part out. So that's how you do it, you know? You don't resist when they want to. Oh, thanks, Nathan. Yeah, man. Again, like, guys, that right there, that was exactly why I went out to those George Floyd PSYOP protests. Because there's those people there that you show and wake them up to what's really going on. And then maybe, again, she really sees what's going on. She'll stop even chanting Black Lives Matter because she realized how it's just the Jesuits trying to control her by the numbers. I should have told her Black Lives Matter equals 106. I kind of kept going, but again, she was interested, right? Like, it's like in sales, you get the sale. If they say, yeah, I'm signing right up, take my money, you don't keep pitching them. You just, take their money and sign them up. So it's the same thing. She wanted Zach's information. I wanted to learn more. And I'm sure because she wanted to get back to her thing, right? I don't want to waste her time. You just hook them up and leave. And she even messaged that. She actually sent him a message, too, on Facebook. But, I warned him he's busy. He might not respond to it. I'm sure Zach gets like hundreds of messages all. I mean, think about it. Zach gets like dozens of messages every day at least. So I try to let her know. Look at his channels. Black Lives Matter, right? Oh, thanks, Cody. I'm glad it's inspiring. Because that's what I'm here to do, inspire people. If you live again, take advantage of the fact that you might live in a city. It's like, because again, I'd rather live in the boonies. I think living in the country, the boonies, especially a time like this, is the place to live. But if I'm here in a city, I'm gonna take advantage of it, doing exactly stuff like that. Because again, that their mind is there. Her mind is seeking truth. She's here. She wants justice. I wonder, guys, if you want to talk more, I was going to tell about Tariqa L. Coleman, who they murdered on 18/7. The big homicide code. Ohio 187, Society of Jesus 187. It was all by the numbers. Tariqa L. Coleman. How she did a 4 to 6 month long program. I mean, come on. She was the City of Columbus's only employee spotlight. Think about it. Of all the employees in all the departments in Columbus, they have one employee spotlight. And it's her. You guys are murdered by the numbers. I mean, come on. Synced up with everything that they always do. Yeah, so that's a Black life that mattered, and who was killed by her own government if she even died. If that happened. Which I think it did. I think they just sacrificed her, man. I mean, she's a local government worker. Who is she to? Who cares? Think about she's on overweight. Anyway, they're already trying to kill her anyway. You guys understand that's what it is. Sick to say, but it's like fattening up a sow to slaughter them. That's what they're doing. They're fattening these people up. Like Tariqa L. Coleman, fatten her up. And like, okay, she's big enough. It's time for her to die, to be sacrificed. And that's what they did. It's to get that way that she looks, you eat this American diet that the Jesuits created and pushed. Hey, Kid Cole. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. We're about I mean, technically halfway done is always when I get to OSU. So we're almost halfway done. Columbus cops and the mayor are at odds now since the mayor is pandering. He doesn't realize what he's doing. Well, I hope that's. I mean, again, I'm sure you're speaking out of. You probably know something, which is awesome. I know you're not making anything up, so I'm glad that's the case. You know, of course, like at the end of the day, it's all like, well, you do this, you get fired. You know, how many of those officers have kids that they want to support and feed? It's like at the end of the day, like, I'm not saying I can feed this. It's just sad. That's how they control people with the money, the jobs, all that stuff. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, the mayor's pandering. The guy's just a loser. Again, I don't know if people like this mayor. The guy is one of the biggest actors I've ever seen. I mean, the guy's birthday is so coded. Again, Buckeye 117. He's born April 27th, 1975. Buckeye equals 117. That's 117th day of the year. 4 plus 27 plus 75 is 106. Columbus equals 106. He's the mayor of Columbus. I mean, that's not just another agent. How's that coincidence? Then you have the governor. He has 7227 birth numerology. Born today with 360 days remaining. Buckeye 36 7227. I mean, parlay sporting, guys. It'd be fun just to have a big old parlay or a few parlays. You're managing your risk. Come here, sporting club. I mean, guys, how many people who come here can actually put on a parlay and make some money off? Very, very, very few, and they're probably getting lucky. What is gematria knowledge? 2-game parlays, yes. 3-game parlays, yes. 4-game parlay. I mean, you can go as high as you theoretically want. But even 2-3-game parlays, which are safer, mathematically, I mean, with this knowledge, it can help you hit those. Sure, maybe not every day, but that's the problem. People are trying to win money every single day, bet in every single game. It's like if you just took like a few good ones here and there that looked really good and solid, and managed your risk, like didn't bet too much, you know, the worst you do is break even, honestly. And that's quite because you're like maybe not that good at it yet or whatever. Because you should be doing better to break even, honestly. But I'm saying that's like your worst case. I think people's mistake is they bet too much. They don't bet responsibly. Like they put too much. But yeah, I think these mistakes too. You put too much on a certain parlay that like looks good. Because some of the really good riddles just don't come through all the time, no matter how good they look. That's how it goes sometimes. But anyway. Come inside and have big fun. Pointing at you, like Uncle Sam, I want you. That's like a toys and knickknacks store. That's what I mean. That's what we're into, I guess. Hi, Narina. Yeah, Short North is really overpriced. Short North is way overpriced. I don't spend money up here. It's not like a self-righteous thing. It's like, again, why? You can make your own food at home. I've spent money up here before. It's like I've never been here, but like it's rare. It's expensive because again, well, first off, they have to make it expensive too if you think about it, because it costs a lot of money to rent out one of these businesses, right? I mean, again, I've never checked the price. I don't think you have to, but this is prime real estate. You're gonna get customers, so they make it like cost a lot of money because they know people. They know people will pay, guys. People will pay a huge premium to have like a store in Short North. So because of that, the owners then kind of have to make it more expensive, which means then guess what? That means you pay more sales tax, which means then what? That means it's more money to the city of Columbus, the state of Ohio. So it's a big scheme from the federal government, the state government, which is the same thing, the Jesuits. That's what it is. And then they mock you all along the way. They mock you the whole time. But again, if anyone's new, this is where the popping place of downtown is. Like, we've seen the most people here already, right? Like, that's how downtown Columbus works. Everyone kind of just, but you see what I'm saying? That's why it's Short North. Again, the person said, I know you know this. I'm just explaining to other people who don't know this, but I know you know that's why it's expensive too. But just a reason why it is, because it's where everybody literally goes. Like, if you have any kind of club, any kind of, again, because all the OSU, these are all OSU students, right? So you have a school that has, what, like 60,000 undergrads or something like that? Maybe more now. 60,000, like a whole city. So they all come to these type of places. Again, if you're younger than 21, a lot of them are thinking 21. I'm too nervous of that. You gotta be stupid and not think that you have underages going to your bar. Yeah, this is Short North with the arches. This is this is on Wikipedia. You can Wikipedia this place. So supposedly, notable. It's cool. I mean, it looks okay. Just never been my thing. 161 right there, police car 161. With his lights on too. Is he pulling over? Or somebody, or he just has. I think he's pulling because you put your lights on when you're behind someone to pull them over. I mean, I think about it, he's just pulling someone over just like that. How do you get pulled over for just driving down on High Street in Short North? Unless your plates are expired, that better be it. What? It's for something so stupid. I mean, think about it. You see the traffic. That's what everyone's been doing. Just driving slow. That guy's like, go faster than all these cars because that's how slow they go because of the traffic. Like, they're not going fast at all. They're just chilling, sightseeing, and he's getting pulled over? For what? Come on, man. Again, I feel like, think about it, because if you're driving and a cop behind you has his lights turned on, I'm sure you're getting pulled over. That's how it works. Like, why would it, if they're on for some other reason, he'd be trying to speed around people and shit like that. He's pulling someone over for no reason. Who cares if his tags are expired? That better be the only fucking reason. Again, this is whack. We're in a police state, police-run city. Yeah, for the money, exactly. Man, that's it, the money. You're gonna get it. Because what's gonna happen? The guy's not gonna plead the fifth. I would plead the fucking fifth. I would. You don't talk to the cops. There's no reason to. You give me your license and your registration because you're supposed. You have to do that, and then you plead the fifth. It's that easy. You can ask for a lawyer. We're at 100% of the time. It's what you want to do, honestly. Because there's literally no way. You're not. I mean, you can try to talk your way out of it, but it never works. Because whatever they do to you, you can fight it in court, especially if you plead the fifth. So you might as well, sure, you the court fees, but you probably get those waived for some shit. Possibly. Don't quote me on this greedy ass city. Probably won't do that. They've done it before. They've completely dismissed. It's like, okay, like 100% dismissed it. I have to go in. It wasn't here in Franklin County, though. This was in Lincoln County, which is east of here, like southeast. And again, if you watch the channel, you know Lincoln County. We've seen Lincoln County participate in quite a few rituals on 10 TV. We've seen them before. Some old name is Lincoln County. Even I think Zach's talked about it before. I mean, I feel like there's been some mainstream media psyops. These people love participating and putting on the rituals. I say it every day, and I mean it though. They really fucking mean it. And stamping their numbers all along the way. So I'm out here to expose. While getting exercise, so I'm gonna use the word fresh air extremely loosely because you cannot call this fresh air, but to be absolutely better than being inside. But being downtown Columbus is not fresh air. These people breathing out their, all their stuff. Not that I'm a germaphobe, but these people went on with the the whole experiment stuff with the Jesuits. You know what I mean? Stuff that YouTube hates anyone talking about. Plus, you have just the swap of the cars. That's the big thing. It's funny. I'm not trying to go around anybody. I don't care if you walk in front of me. It's just if I'm going to smell some good. It's just more content. There's S3 right there. I don't think you see him, but that's Cop S3 193, the 44 Prime. Caldwell Pope, Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk, just played Wayne Mockery. Good to see you, Tachi. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Come on, look at these names. Pope, Nunn, Monk. It's like, it's just Catholic conspiracies. I mean, that's what when these people are saying that. It's like, what are you talking about? How is this not a conspiracy theory? It's right up what they're doing. It's the Catholic Church, the Jesuits, mocking us with all these numbers, these symbols. And I'm not the whack job. And I hate when they mock us. Oh, these baby eating reptilians. It's like, I'm not saying that they don't do these things, but what do I speak of mainly? I keep it really simple because I know how those people are. You just start talking about baby eating guys again. Sure, they kidnap babies. Sure, they sacrifice them. Sure, they probably do eat them. I'm like 99% sure they do that. There's a reason why I don't always promote these things because that's what these fuckers use against us to deny this stuff. I'd rather just tell them straight up, the Catholic Church, the Jesuits, these other intertwined secret societies, the Freemasons, etc. You know who's, who are the Jesuits. They are the Jesuits, same thing. That's why I said the Jesuits. They're you-know-who's for Catholicism, so they're still you-know-who's. Anyway. I mean, you keep it that simple. Who's going to? I mean, sure, people still say stuff, but then when they say stuff, you see what Itachi said: monk, nun, pope, just to name a few. Bishop. There's been a lot of bishops in the media, I'm sure, in the sports too. I know they've done that. I played some of these NBA 2K shit. I swear, there was some bishop that did that. Bishop is a last name that's not rare, but still, they're going to use it when they can use it. That's the whole point. It's a puzzle piece. Not every tool they use has to be some super rare thing. It's not, if you think about it, that's how any game works. You don't play a game and get all the rare and legendary items immediately the whole game. Like, no. You use some common pieces and stuff like that too. So that's what games work. If you play a game with this stuff. Bishop Daniels, come on. Daniel a biblical name too. So, come on, man. These people are just, it's just like, I don't know. And look at Tasha, look where we're at. The village idiot. I mean, I guess I hate to say it, but I can reckon if this is open right now, 100% of the people in there are the village idiots. I mean, you're here denying what's going on. They're probably watching the fake sports. Think about it. When the fake sports are on in there, the fake Buckeye. Again, all of Ohio State Buckeyes games are all scripted, fake, rigged. Urban Meyer, Ryan Day, those are just actors, agents for the Jesuits. You have to have everyone in there believing that shit, watching, cheering on. They're all village idiots. This is a village, Short North. Right now, we're down the OSU. We're just leaving Short North, going to the OSU area. So we're in the village, and all the idiots are there, cheering, drinking your sheep juice. and watching fake sports, and eating toxic ass food. I mean, that's what's going on in there. And again, not knocking any of those things. You know, I drink alcohol too, so I'm not talking down, and I'm saying that's what they're doing. You know, that's what they're doing. And of course, wearing their face diapers too. On top of that, maybe not now, right now, but again, when they're doing it in Philadelphia, so all one has to do is come out and say, "Yep, back to the face diapers." They're all going to be wearing them again. Once all these restaurants make you, try to make you wear the face diaper to go in, the Popeyes, yeah, wear a face diaper as you go inside our store where we feed you tasty poison. Just complete mockery. It's not like Raising Cane's. Not healthy. I mean, I hate to call it poison, but it's just the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, Cane's is poisonous. If someone brought me a Caniac right now, would I eat it? Sure, I would. I'm not gonna lie. It was good. I like chicken fingers. I like everything they have. But I don't really go out of my way to go there and eat it. I haven't been there so long. I haven't been there since last September, because I went there after Lost Lands because the people I met up with there, I went to go out to eat with them. And that was the place. That was my favorite hotel to go to. Oh my god! And I go probably there, but City Gear. Shit, man. Oh, guys, there's a place on this street. Supposedly some guy, he went inside there and he never came out. It's on this street. It's at the Bonefish Grill. It's if you go down a little bit ways. But he supposedly went there. I mean, people have done YouTube videos on it. There might be some Netflix shows on it. Those episodes. But yeah, guy, he went there to have the drink. He goes inside a bar. He gets stuck, supposedly either stuck on the wall or whatever. The security camera sees him go in. He just disappeared, and you can never see him again. And it's think about it. If this even happened first off, it could be a complete stunt, just an actor, all stage. But let's say if it happened, I mean, they could have literally just dematerialized him. Sure, they could have stuffed him on a wall, all these things. They could have dematerialized him. They could have literally made him disappear with some kind of occult magic. You know what I mean? They could have done something like that. And that could be how some people are disappearing. It might not be alien abduction. It could be straight up being transposed to a different realm or something. This is what these people could be actually doing. Of course, I don't have proof that they're doing that, but I think it's worth thinking about. But yeah, there's definitely a murder by numbers, missing person by numbers case over here. And of course, remember 2016, there was some knife attack here at OSU. They blamed it on some Islamic person, some ISIS attack, and a staged ISIS event here at OSU. You want me to like OSU? You want me to support this place? You want me to be a go Buckeyes? You want me to have that type of pride? Let me get out of here. I'm just gonna follow the stars. Turn on there. So again, guys, I'm just gonna say, you see the face savers, but they always have a pass for me. Again, you don't have so much of a pass for me, but at the same time, it's I get how the culture, right? If they were in China, they'd be wearing those masks all day anyway. So that's what they get a pass. they're doing it more from that standpoint than they're like deathly afraid. You know what I mean? They're doing it more so out of like they're just like the culture does it. They gotta respect. Which again, respect for a bunch of college kids at OSU. No, fuck. I mean, again, I'm not trashing them. I'm sure there's a lot of nice people here, but no, no. Especially someone who went to college in Ohio. No. But at least no one else is wearing the face diaper right now. But guys, I mean, just some months ago, that's what they were doing. Just like last year, last fall, last end of summer, walking out here, all these kids got their face diapers on. But as soon as the war in Russia hits, oh yeah, let's not do that anymore. Let's all put the flag in our bios and virtue signal. That's what we're told to do. But guys, again, you also put what about the Chinese kids who are not wearing masks, right? That's where I go to. It's like you get a pass, but again, guys, ultimately, it doesn't matter what I think. My message is always fuck what people think. But I mean, just for my rating system right now, if you will, there's plenty of Chinese people not wearing a fucking face diaper. So, I mean, I don't know, man. To me, it's just kind of stupid. Like, why are you still wearing that shit? And it's pretty nice out. It's a little chilly, but it's not annoying. Oh, exactly. Exactly. They have a lot of propaganda out of China too about this. Exactly. They probably believe in it, fall for that stuff. Yeah. Well, I know they are. Because unfortunately, it's not just an American thing. Although I feel like these people have the worst, in terms of like the worst attitude towards it. It's funny. It blows my mind when people in other parts of the world think America like says no to this. America stands up to this. Well, America will never allow this. It's like, okay, you've never been to this country before. I can tell that immediately if you're saying shit like that. Yeah, these people do anything. They literally do anything. The government tells them to. If they coerce them enough, if they usher it in enough, if they use the news and the church and everything to tell them just enough, if nationwide starts saying do this, do that, if they do it just enough, they'll do it. We've seen that time and time again. What's up, man? I can see you again, man. Oh, yeah, nice, good. It's awesome, man. Cool seeing you again, dude. You guys see, that's some also evidence there. It's a supposedly big city, but isn't that big? You run to the same people often, too. So it has that, like, community feel. Like, that was the guy we saw that one day. And his chain broke off. I'm sure I'll see him a whole bunch. So we're passing the churches. There's the Baptist church, there's a Catholic church, obviously. We're just in a Lutheran church or something. The three main ones: Baptist, Lutheran, Catholic, and Newman Center. Also, it's just a Baptist and the Catholic, and then apartments. So here's the Newman Center, 64 West Lane Avenue, the Catholic Church at OSU. Yeah, they're letting you know the new world order, the Jesuits. And I like how it's right next to 80. See, they have this 80. It's Satan equals 80, Bavarian Illuminati equals 80, and it's right next to the Catholic Church. Here's the Catholic Church. Here's a big 80. I mean, just think about it. Sure, the address is an 80. That's what 80. What was it? Oh, 64. It's 64 West Lane. Here's 80 West Lane. So you go from 80 to 64. And think about Synagogue of Satan equals 64. So Synagogue of Satan 64, Bavarian Illuminati 80, Satan equals 80. See Synagogue of Satan, 80. I mean, I don't. I'm starting to feel it. Is this a coincidence? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. 64 West Lane, Synagogue of Satan equals 64. Satan equals 80. There's an apartment complex right there with 80. I mean, and then across the street you have the Houston house. You know, HH, Ohio with the 88 counties, 88 connected to time. Houston, Texas, you know, they're Texas parallel with Ohio all the time, 97 to 25th prime. Sure, Death 97 and other things, but it could be more of that than I'm not saying. Maybe Houston House could equal 97, I don't even know. I saw Tachi added me, so I want to read what he said. You sheep have the worst replies to knowledge. I said people are going away from the Catholic Church, though. Like such a remedial level of thinking. Yeah, I've heard it too. They'll say, I'd say people are going away from the Catholic Church. Like, dude, that's not the whole point. It doesn't matter if no one was in the Catholic Church. I mean, it's literally saying, oh, I think some people are going away from the Italian Mafia. I think, you know, not many people are being members anymore, and, you know, people don't really talk about it much. It's like, if they're there committing the crimes, they're committing the crimes. Why does it matter if people are turning away from them? What is that supposed to mean? It means, see, guys, when you think about these strawman arguments people say, they mean literally nothing. Like they have zero meaning to what that's at hand. I mean, the responses sometimes are just super. It's like, man, you can't tell me you're this dumb. But guys, that's the thing. When confronted with shit like that, people show their true colors. Maybe not the truest colors, because maybe it could just be a fight or flight response, and of course they choose to fight instead of confront it. But it still definitely shows, you know, a lot about them, and especially situations like that. And it's like that the person that you really want to be, that's extremely in the fan, and they're not going to be rational about things, or just going to deny things, and take the safe route always, which just leads you to shit. If that's repeated 100% of the time, which again, to me, I mean, I don't even know even get the argument. I don't look at this as like a safe or non-safe thing. There's a lot of people here. It looks like it'll just be a hassle to even go down below the street. Look at these Israeli kids. This is our future, guys. Supposedly. This is our future. How many of them fall for the agenda, watch the fake sports, believe that the OSU Buckeyes are a legit team? It's like, that's why it's like, how do you even go here? Okay, oh, you know, because they're all drunk at the games, obviously. If you're fucking blackout drunk at all the games, sure. Yeah, because that's the only excuse to think that the games are real, because you've watched every single one just extremely drunk, that you're not even paying attention to the games. You can't even, you don't remember them. That's the only excuse you have. Other than that, if you're watching sober, you have zero excuses to think this shit's real. No excuse at all. You see how this place is like a skate park? That's why I think, guys, during the pandemic, oh my god, this was literally like a skate park. You could go anywhere you want, hop an ace there. Like, I wasn't doing all that, I don't do all the crazy shit, but you could have done whatever you wanted without anyone being in the way, because it was so empty. Like, you could have said, okay, this is the biggest skate park in America. Just thought that way, and you would have believed it, because that's what it looked like. I mean, technically, it still looks like that to me. I mean, the people aren't really in the way like that, but then there was like absolutely no one here. Lemmings can't even think straight when sober, and they watch their rig games blacked out. Exactly, man. That's the only excuse I ever give them. Especially here again, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys. If I went here and went to the games, I would never go to a game sober. Are you kidding me? I'll get just fucking plastered for everyone. I'll just be like twisted, turned. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm just telling you, because that's me. Yeah, I'm not gonna hide it, and that's all that. I wouldn't have gone sober. So you think I would? And if I did that every single game, how would I ever? And then I did, and then I never watched college football on TV. I never really did. How would I even suspect it's fake? Unless I looked at the stats afterwards, that's how you really suspect it. You see Ohio does this number by that number. You see how Urban Meyer, an A/1, retires after coaching 81 games, a ritual 81. So here's Ohio Stadium right here. This big Coliseum with the arches. This is supposedly a national landmark. It's not a federal one, but it's popular. People care about it. I don't. Guys, I'm not even exaggerating. I forget this is here like half the time. I still do. I forget this is here. Not that I don't care or I'm unaware. I just that's how little I give a fuck about this shit. And the OSU Buckeyes. I forget this shit's even here. I forget how people actually give a fuck about it. This mockery. It's a mockery. It's a big Coliseum with this dome, interior, cathedral shit. Do people not get this is from the Catholic Church? I mean, look at this. It's just I don't understand. Doesn't see the benefit of the St. Peter's Peacocks playing in scripted games. What? You don't see the benefit? Come on, man. Vegas benefits, the leagues benefit, the people betting on them benefit, the people at least seeing such an obvious ritual. Because I was telling some people I work with about that riddle, right? You can share that with people and they wake up to it. I mean, everyone benefits off of it, unless people fall for it. Hey, Freedom USA, glad you like this production. Hey, Discerning King, good to see you, brother. Peace to you. Hitachi Decode's about to shower and go into downtown. Maybe hit Club 201. Nice, man. Hey, take care, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. We're about halfway down the street. We're about to turn back home anyway, go home. So, you've seen all you planned to see. Yeah, it's cool. I like how you're ending, because I know you do a lot of sports decodes. Guys, Hitachi Decodes, good channel, good Patreon. Check out his information, good sports decodes. But it's cool you're leaving at this stupid part with the stupid-ass Coliseum. We're going to cut through here. There's a thing with the sun of the 93, but look at that next time. Because we studied for the planets, the sun, it was 27 million degrees or something like that, sun 27. They have it over here. Let me make sure my zoom's not zoomed in all the way. There we go. P. Shad Divine. Peace and love. Much love to you, Shad Divine. Love you so much. Always awesome seeing you pop up here and hanging out and saying whatever you can say. Right, how whack all this is, because that's what it is. It's whack. People don't get how they're being. Again, beer, circus, football. That's what this is. Michelle Divine, I hope you're still chilling, watching this. We'll be out here seeing all this crap, and you're probably gonna feel sick because it's sickening. I mean, it's so sickening. Oh, hey, Rick James. Appreciate you, man. Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad that y'all are liking the stream. Thanks a lot. Because it helps the algorithm, supposedly, and then people will come here and say, oh, nice spike, because then this will attract normies. I mean, well, it's always going around and Atheon, but then they'll say, well, the Jesuits, what, Buckeyes are fake? Yeah, they are. If you're new here, they play fake football. College sports are rigged by a numerical code of letters and numbers. They rig the stuff by the code of Kabbalah. They believe, these people, the Jesuits, they believe God created the world, combined the letter with the number. Since they believe God created the world with letters and numbers and how he does everything that way, since they believe that's how God does things, they act like God can do the same thing with the fake sports. All the basketball here, the football, I'm sure that hockey is. I've never decoded it, but I'm sure that's scripted too. I mean, if it's all the same division, why wouldn't it be? Even if it was lower division, I'm sure it's scripted. But 100% the basketball, football, the NCAA football, Big Ten, it's all fake. And this is where they put all that shit out. The Ohio State Buckeyes. Buckeyes 72-27, 117-36. What's it called? Tacos. Anyway, guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine this business. Again, I'm just promoting this local business. I've never been here before, so I can't say anything for their food, but I would try it one day. But look at this prime spot. This guy had an idea. He's like, okay, these people are all working out. They're working up an appetite. They're grinding hard, right? And then they're gonna be hungry. Their post-workout meal or just passing by. There's some dorms over there, I think. The stadium's right there. I'm sure you have to probably pay a premium penny for that, but he might make that money back pretty easily. He's like, I still think the better though is if you can park there. Like, do you know what I would do? I would set that. Maybe he does this though. Go by the dorms where most people live who drink. So, because again, sure people have under, but that's like everyone who's under 21 goes out to drink. So go to where all the 21 and up live, all over the sophomore, junior, whatever it is, by the juniors. You go to their area of living, you put your food truck there between them and the bars. So right when they get back to the crib, they just, they buy your food. That's exactly what I would do. You probably make so much money. You probably make like stacks every night, honestly, every weeknight. If your food was good. I mean, that's what they did at my school. They made this like really good, like greasy, it's like the perfect sandwiches, perfect when you're just like absolutely shit-faced. And they're making so much money every weekend. I think there's some supernatural, paranormal things going on. Do I know how much of a part it's playing? No, I don't know the exact amount. Maybe bigger than what we think or what I think. Do I think this cabal might be in communications with them? I'm sure they do. That's what they're hiding all the real knowledge because they use it for that type of stuff. And then plus, I say all the time, sure, like, I would go as far as to say 99% of paranormal videos are fake and staged. But then there's that 1% of like, and even the thing that, because you have to combine that with the real accounts people say. So you have people capturing some weird things on video, and then you have people also giving like verbal accounts and stuff like that. And that's been happening for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And you have to ask, are they all lying? Are they all making this up? Are they all confused? Are they all hallucinating, seeing shit? Is every last video out there weird shit? Scripted and fake? And I don't think so, especially then. And you gotta ask, well, why now? I think that's a stupid question if you ask, well, why is it now? It's like, what do you mean, why now? We live in an age where things are being recorded more and more. So as cameras become more, global and we see them everywhere, that's more chance to capture like weird shit on camera. It's a pretty simple thing to think. I mean, these people don't get it. They're just so stuck in there like, no, it's impossible. Everything is just this dimension, this realm, this world. It's like, see, Shy Design, I know you definitely know exactly what I'm talking about. You have such a good understanding of these things. It's always so amazing to talk to you about these things. But, we live in a world where people just don't care. You don't get it either, step back. It's because, again, these people, they worship people like Bill Nye and all these fuckers. And again, how can Bill Nye be your savior? I mean, the guy literally saying that there's, millions of genders and all sorts. Like, because that's why it's mockery. They had Bill Nye, the science guy, come out and say that, there's more than two genders. It's like a spectrum. It's like, what the fuck is your dumbass talking about? Lying ass. He's just saying that because he's paid to say it. The guy got probably paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars to say that shit. And of course he's going to do it. He had no scientific. He didn't have any kind of science experiment to even show that. That's why I'm like, how are you saying this shit? You're not doing any experiments to show us how you came to this conclusion. And you're building out a science guy? And you did this in the first episode? And maybe they did it in the first episode because they have a lot of mockery, a lot of hidden gems in the episodes, and they wanted you to watch that one. So I'm not watching the rest of this. And I'm not gonna lie, they got me with that. After literally seeing that piece, I just shut that shit off. I'm like, okay, I've seen enough. This guy is sold out more than he already has. Science. I mean, how can you say science rules? How can you say science rules and then you come out saying shit like that? I just don't understand. Yeah, he's just taking that check, exactly. That's literally all he cared about was the money. And because he had to, it's that. And it's like, okay, well, do you love your wife, Bill Nye? Do you love your kids? You know, do you want to say that you were, found dead, inhaling some weird science chemical, getting high off it for some sexual pleasure, and they found you in some embarrassing, David Carradine-esque type of situation? Like, do you want that, or do you want to just, tell everyone that there's, a million genders? And I mean, if you work for the cabal, I'm sure everyone would say yes to that, because they're like, well, I'm not gonna kill my own son. I mean, to be fair, these kids, they believe that shit anyway. Even Bill Nye didn't say that. They're all going to believe that crap anyway. So, yeah, at that point, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I would have done the same. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna have my fucking family killed, but yeah, that's why I'm not gonna work for the cabal to begin with. So I wouldn't even be in that situation. Because that was the Ohio State University. We'll be here again because we're coming like all the time. That's this for today. I think as the less I show, the more we have for later. She's crossing, I'm crossing. Because they're going to give her the right away. They're not going to try to run her over. Hopefully not. And I see these guys still don't look. Like they be on their phone and just hit somebody. Just fix my camera. In it too deep in 2022. Exactly. He's in deep as fuck right now. And this is Bill Nye, the science guy, equals 223 and 317. Of course, it's Sonic 223. Lie upside down is 317. I mean, all he did was. I won't say that's not all he did, because he did give you some science facts and proofs. That's what's so sick about it. It's like the guy actually showed you science. But then he just lies to you too, especially now. That's why it's just so sad. Not that ever the guy obviously has always been an agent. That's S3. See, S3's coming back this way. That was the guy who pulled that guy over supposedly. Now he's coming back this way with the sirens on. He just patrols up and down High Street. That's all he does, I'm sure. Making sure all their property, their shadow, are all in order. See, they're maintaining order, patrolling up and down the street, maintaining order. That's literally what they're doing. But I guys guarantee you, someone can do anything and they're not going to be there. They'll be there after the fact. Like if I just did some crazy shit to someone here and just biked off, I'm probably going to get away until they check their cameras, which of course they'll catch me on, and that's the whole point. Like, guys, I'll never do this. Guys, I'll never do something as an experiment. But if I could, because I would use one of y'all, and we do, I want to do it to a random person that actually fucks someone up. But we do an experiment. I'd hit one of y'all, and we fight, and we'll make it look, because we can easily fake it, because I do it all the time. We can use blood packs, fake it. You can do it to me too, but I'll be on the bike. That's why I'm good. And then we'll fake it, and I'll bike off, and we'll see if they can catch me on their cameras. Because then we'll just be like, wait, so here I did something. You caught me on camera, crystal clear, good lens, you see my face and everything, but then we put your false flags on. You never have any good, clean footage. You see what I'm trying to say? That's why I don't believe any of this shit to put in their face. I think you guys reason we can't do that, because if we do that, they'll say, oh, you're flying a false police report. That's what they'll just fucking do at the end of the day. And then we'll both get, in trouble. But again, it's like, that's the type of shit. Because at the same time, go through all that to prove that they put on, psyops. Like, come on. That's why you use Gematria, because I can prove it immediately. Here comes the Jesu Claus, right? Here comes Santa Claus, right? Right down Jesuit Lane. That's it. Oh, Jesuit construct. Do you know what? So I was playing this game and someone, his username was Santa Nick. You know, like Saint Nick. His name was Santa Nick. And that had me thinking, wait, so is he Saint Nicholas? Because that's supposed to be Santa Nick, like satanic. You know what I'm saying? Is Saint Nicholas a play on satanic? Saint Nick, Santa Nick, satanic. Again, I saw his name. I was like, that's a really interesting name. And I'd be thinking, like, that's probably why they call him Saint Nick. Saint Nick, Saint Nick. So we say it really extremely fast. It's close enough to satanic. And what do? What's Christmas? He brings materialism down your chimney. I mean, think about it. He brings materialism, which is satanic, down your chimney. He literally brings Satanism. Me. I want gifts, right? I want this. I want that. I want money. I want gifts. I need this. I want that. All this material shit. Which this is Satan. This is material plane. So that makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, Lil Uzi Vert, Lucifer, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Uzi Vert, Lucifer. So you say it fast, it becomes Lucifer. Yeah, Batachi, exactly. Like Lil Uzi Vert. Yep, yeah, Nathan. He makes kids make a list of wants. Wants. Not even needs, wants. You want, it's always junk. This toy that you're gonna outgrow, this toy, this clothing, money to spend on some bullshit. I mean, it's just wants. Gift cards, just shit you don't even like and need. So then you become ungrateful or you return it. Which again, I mean, if you don't like it or want it or need it, yeah, I think returning it is the way, so you're not wasting it. Or you give it to someone. That's someone who needs it, but you might not know anyone who wants it or needs it too. It might just be completely useless. Might as well get a refund and use that money for food. But, because it is a thought that counts at that point, you know what I mean? Like they thought of you and they gave you the money and this is in the form of some junk. But yeah, that's what Christmas is. Conditioning fear for meaningless materialism. That's why it starts at a young age. You have satanic, right? You have satanic, all red, you know, satanic colors, all red. The word all red, his name is satanic. And he brings your children from when they're born. I mean, think about it, you're getting Christmas presents for your newborn. Literally. If your kid was born December 29th, you probably already have, because you probably have already known you're going to be in labor anytime soon type of shit. Or let's say you're having a C-section, keep it easy. Then, like, you would know he's going to be born right before Christmas. You would have had this present ready. So you can just, yeah, my son he was 0 years old and got him his first Christmas present. Your first Christmas was when you were just only 2 days old. So from literal birth, they're going to promote that. I mean, you see how fucking pathetic that is. This is America. Because even other nations and places that celebrate Christmas, they probably wouldn't do it on that level. You know, they wouldn't probably even care to the kid actually probably cared for stuff. I'm just gonna hop in with these cars. See, this person wasn't even looking to drive. Unless he thought I was trying to pass it, which makes perfect sense, but I don't think it's supposed to think that way. I'm gonna hop on this way. I hate slowing down traffic. That's just one thing I don't like doing. Because again, why slow down traffic? I mean, that's when the cops, and once I have this retarded fucking cops tell me to fucking bike in the street, it's like, are you retarded? Like, no. Slow down traffic. I mean, think about it. They charge you for obstruction of traffic. But then they want you to like be in the street with like your scooters and your bike. It's like, that obstructs traffic though. So I don't get it. And you saw that guy, he almost ran into me. You guys, these people are on their phones. I'm not complaining, I'm not hating them, I'm not complaining, I'm just observing. They are always on their handheld computer devices like he was. They wasn't even looking at me, and they see you and hop away. That happens every day here. That's what they want you. They want your ears plugged up with the AirPods. They want your mind and your eyes distracted with the smartphone. They want your body distracted with the arm candy and all the toxins and all like the food you eat, all the stuff that's giving you IBS and all sorts of shit, not giving you any nutrients. They want your body distracted with that, which then makes your gut bad, which then makes your mind bad. They want you plugged up from all angles, confused. And you just see it. I mean, just observe these people, you see it. But guys, I guarantee you, ever since the smartphone age, I'm sure pickpockets in large cities around the world are honestly having a blast. I'm not even kidding. In India and New York, LA, fucking maybe even here in Columbus, Ohio. Because, I mean, I would never do it. That's not me, but, I mean, is it really that hard with these people? They don't pay attention. China, Japan, I'm sure there's pickpockets up the wazoo in these nations. You know, a lot of South American cities, Mexico City. Because, again, if you're a pickpocket, that's what you did anyway. And all your prey are just, their heads are buried in their phone, their earpods are in, and there's just people all around, and everyone keeps their shit in their back pocket. I mean, you can literally grab their shit and run away, and they'll never fucking catch you. They'll never even notice. They wouldn't even notice half the time. And again, I'm not condoning this. I always say, do not do this. Please do not do it. Because, I mean, just don't just steal people's shit. I mean, I'm just telling you, this is what pickpockets do right now. Because everyone's faces, and again, at the end of the day, it's like, I think it's stupid, it's bullshit, but at the same time, those people deserved it. They fucking deserved it. You're not being aware. You're not being in the present. You're living in your fucking smartphone, in your AirPods. Die Hard 1 and 2 on Solar Rebirth Day. Besides the dinner, that's awesome, man. Always good to see you, Outlaw. That's cool. Sorry, I've never seen those films, but the fact you watch it every year, I'm gonna watch the films then. I've never seen any of them. I would say on TV in passing, not paying attention to it. In case that happened, I wouldn't count that. You know, my thing is, if I can't tell you the plot, if I can't tell you like one character, if I can't tell you what happened at one scene, then I've never seen the movie. That's just how I calculate my head. Yeah, Alan Rickman was great. He was. They sacrificed some other numbers. Yeah, even they made him fake his death, whatever. His character is gone. Yeah, I like Alan Rickman. Hans Gruber, one of your favorite villains. Nice. That's good. It's good when there's actually good actors in movies. I feel like that's just like, I'm sure there's always good actors everywhere, but when you, because even low budget, I mean, you can be a good actor in a low budget thing because you can just be good at what you're doing. Just, you don't have like the biggest resume, so you don't command much money. So I think it's like, those can be more gems. I don't have any examples because I don't really watch stuff, but I can. Actually, I can. It says everyone asks me to do a wheelie, so I always just my automatic response is I can't. I thought it was been a wheelie. It's like, I'll get a bunny hop. I've got a good one. It's a BLM convoy. See? It's that lady again. But guys, you see why I don't like BLM? I mean, look, like, are they spreading any kind of information, any kind of knowledge? No. This isn't going to change anyone. Again, think about it. Is it these people walking around, these white people especially, are they the ones doing anything to black people? I say for the very most part, no. So you're literally telling a bunch of people who have nothing to do with these psyops, Ahmaud Arbery, Amir Locke, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and Keanu Bryant and other ones. I mean, these people here have nothing to do with these people. It's the police. And it's the government. So why aren't you talking to them, having a discussion? You see what I'm saying? I think, and like, what awareness are you raising? The entire world knows about BLM. We all know about fucking the George Floyd psyops. We know about this shit. Like, you're not raising awareness either. You think these people do not know about this by now? Guys, I never even liked protesting. I like sharing information. I mean, I do. That's why I can't wait to go to OKC and share information, show people what's up. Going down here saying Black Lives Matter does not help. It does not help at all. It's like, why, again, in the propaganda, didn't Black Lives Matter steal $2 million to buy a house or whatever? Again, to me, I don't know. That part didn't happen either. I mean, to me, all their news is fake. So I'm not going to believe them. I don't like it. I'm sure it could be possible. They steal your money anyway. I don't care what they do. But why is she driving around saying, hey, I'm sorry for, stealing your money and buying homes with it? Like, why not apologize on the behalf of Black Lives Matter? She's not doing that. See, it's a bunch of BS. Columbus Running Company. It's a bunch of runners. Over here, runners. I'm just going to the street though. Yeah, I say I hate this so much. I just hate them. I hate them. Because again, I'm not trying to go fast for these people. I want to cruise. I'm not trying to go fast and keep up with the traffic. I mean, that's why I'll never go on the street. I mean, why? I go at once. Like, just think it through. It's for all the idiots and especially that dumb fucking officer who needs to be shot in the fucking face. Who was challenging me. It's like, no. Yeah, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, this guy's gonna die into a psyop from the government. So, or maybe have the fakest death either way, but hopefully the fucking former. So these people are trying to run and be active, but to me, it's consistency. How long are you going to do this for? Are you just here because your friend's there? What are you doing with that then? What are you going to do about your diet? The things you got to think of if you're just going to run every day. And also, I'm not a big fan of running. I don't even think it's healthy. That's what they all get, again, I'm sure people here would beg to differ. They run every day, they feel good, okay. But maybe you do it the right way, if that's even a thing. I think, messing your joints up every day and everything, just keep eating garbage food. This guy's why most people run. They run because they're trying to lose all the toxins in their body that they're eating. So they don't even change their diet, but they keep running. And then sure, it's good for cardiovascular health and shit, but again, at the cost of what? Your joints, your knees, spraining your, because again, it's form and technique. Do you think these slow motherfuckers are running? I mean, you see them run. I mean, they all look fucking stupid. I'm not gonna, again, I'm just being honest. When people are running around, they look dumb as fuck. And their technique is just bad, their form is bad, and that's why they're getting injured and shit. I mean, it's just facts. It might be hard news for some people, but your form's not the best. Especially when you're out of breath, you're not gonna keep composure. Again, guys, just think of your ancestors and when were your ancestors running? They were running either away from things or towards things to hunt them. like they weren't just running every day just for no reason. Like your ancestors didn't do that. The human body wasn't designed to be running all the time like that. And again, you might be feeling it now, maybe in your 30s, 40s. Okay, when you're 60, and again, you're still using their light jog every day. They're 80 years old. They run every day. They do it lightly. You know, people have different genetics too. But there's plenty of people who run and they get injured all the time. And I've seen it in my own family. You know, it's happened to me. And again, it's that bad form. It's that doing it not properly. That's all I'm saying. But if running's your thing, you love the runner's high, you know, never have me tell you what to do and not to do. I say why I do not run. And again, this is from someone I used to run. Like I used to like it because I love getting high off running. Like all that shit is true. Like the runner's high is cool. I like that. But that's what I get up with biking also. Maybe not as intense. It's not working as hard, but that's the point. I'm not trying to work that hard. And just tear my body up too early. And again, look what they're running on. They're running on hard concrete. They're running here on this hard-ass concrete. They're not running like in the mud, on the grass, in the dirt. Like what? Like how your ancestors probably would have done. They're running on this hard-ass asphalt, concrete. Tell me how the fuck is that healthy for your body? I do not understand. Long stride, good form. Well, this is good for a little bit for conditioning, but sprinting for a short time is great. Sprinting, maybe gym to gym. Nice, man. It's funny. No, it's funny you mentioned that because that's when I used to run. I used to run from my home to the gym all the time. So I definitely know what you mean. I think it has its health benefits. You know, I'm out here claiming to be the biggest, you know, fitness, know-it-all or anything. I can always admit when I'm wrong. But again, if you're doing it right, if you can sprint, do it properly, not overstress yourself. Right form, you know, go for it. Keep doing it. So I'll definitely never, because I know there's health benefits to it for sure. I'll never get bad knees. That's why I'm getting the shoes. Let's see what the shoes do. Oh no. I almost got blocked off my head. And they wear the shoes too. The shoes that, again, your ancestors weren't fucking wearing. They weren't wearing these type of shoes. And guys, they designed the shoes on purpose to mess your feet up and your posture. Because again, one, they also cut corners. They design a certain way to make to save money, to make you look and walk a certain way. Maybe some bunk science they're basing it off of. And a lot of people have bad shoes. Yep. Oh, thanks, Brandon. Love you too, man. Exactly. Yeah, much love, man. Glad you're here at the stream. We're kind of almost done. We got like maybe half an hour left. Let's say. It's going to be bumpy now. Yeah. Here's Nationwide. I was ranting about earlier. It's the campus, the headquarters. Shoes on concrete disconnect us from source. Exactly. That's what they want. Well, couldn't have said any better. That's exactly it. They want you with shoes on in the first place, or socks, not standing in the grass, not standing on the ground, not being grounded in on concrete. And then you're running on that all day with bad shoes, bad form. But again, if Men's Health tells you to do it, you know, do it. Let's keep listening to them. Let's keep eating what they want you to eat. Keep doing what they want you to do. You know, enjoy your life. We're talking about now there's no jobs, nothing to do to shop and waste money. Yeah, nothing to do, just shop and waste money and dumb DS. Hey, try to find my love. Turned out, but seen at 56. That's hilarious. I wish I saw. I don't know if you saw it here or later. I wish I did not see 56 out here, but I could have easily missed it. Here's number 10, police officer number 10. You're around 10, you're 42, 39. Good, man. Got some more friendly Ohioans here. But guys, to me, Elko is sort of like a melting pot. Like I got people could be from Indiana, he could be from Michigan, he could be from Kentucky, he could be from Tennessee. Kind of sound like. I mean, which is probably a bad guess. I don't know the Tennessee accent like that, but I feel like people coming from all over. I feel like if you want to find more like native, I use that term loosely because no one here's technically native. You know what I mean? Native people, you probably go to like Cleveland area. Of course, the smaller towns, that's a given. And then like Cincinnati. I don't know, but Cincinnati might be Cincinnati's a terrible example. Are you kidding me? You probably have people from, that's probably even worse there. People from Kentucky, Indiana, more south in Kentucky over there, West Virginia, I mean, more Michigan. So that's probably a terrible example. But for some reason, Cleveland, I think, is a good example. I mean, I feel like everyone I see there, I feel like they're from there. Not everyone, of course. People migrate, people move, but it's like people who grow up there choose to stay there more than anywhere. That's just, again, I don't have the numbers on this, but that's just what I've observed. A lot of pride. They have a lot of pride for that city. Hey, Rage Against the Machine. Listen to your brother. Glad you could catch the rest of the stream. I'm heading back home. Look at the statistic. 70% of Ohio voters support bail reform, so all Ohioans are treated fairly, regardless of skin color or ability to pay. It's just create the problem, provide a solution to show that whatever that organization is does nothing. I hope I'm wrong, and I could be wrong. They might do a little bit. They might help a little people here and there, but I don't trust any of these things. Oh, nice. Connaught, Arbla, and Ashtabula. Nice. Yeah, Ashtabula, that's 702 square miles, the largest county in Ohio. Ashtabula County, 702 square miles. Buckeye, 72. Beulah equals 72 and 36, like Buckeye. Super coded place. Yeah, that's where we were chilling with Nathan up in Ashtabula for the Thanksgiving special. The Tree Super meetup. I hope to go there again to chill with Nathan again. It's gonna happen. Or we'll meet halfway, whatever. I mean, if it's in Ohio again, to me it's not hard to get. Just because the state's not that big, it's kind of small, which I like. Because getting around the state is easy. Like, imagine living in like Texas or California, you're trying to go around the state. It's gonna take you fucking forever. It's probably worth it. That's it's worth it. I want to do that. But here it's worth it too. It's worth checking out Cincinnati and Cleveland. And for Cincinnati, Cleveland's like 4 some hours. Like 4 hours to cross the state. I don't think it's that bad. I would say like 4.5 hours because it takes me, because I'm kind of in the middle, it takes me like 2.5-ish, 2 minutes, maybe 2 hours and some to get to Cincinnati, 2 hours and some to get to Cleveland, give or take. So I'd say 4.5, maybe 5 hours. You can take a stop or two or something, or maybe traffic jam or some shit. About 5 hours. I'll be honest, I've never driven from Cleveland to Cincinnati. Or Cincinnati to Cleveland. I've done Dayton to Cleveland. It's not that easy. Bunch of ancient souls. You're here. Nice, exactly. Ancient place. Because people have stayed there. Ancient souls in Cleveland. They love the food, the accent, the hominess. The city does have a charm. It's like it's an older looking city. It looks old. I was just there this weekend. It looks a lot different from this too. Like you can just tell you're not in Columbus or Cincinnati. You know you're in Cleveland. Well, I think it's such with any city here. I mean, if you're in Cincinnati, you know you're in Cincinnati. If you're in Columbus, you're in Columbus. Unless you're brand new, maybe you don't know. But to me, it's just a magnificent difference. Overall, sure, there's little corners of each. If you gave me a blind test, I'd probably fail a couple pictures because I don't know all cities like that. But I think the street signs might be a little different. Don't hold me on that. I know certain parts of the city, yeah. Yeah, man, we're in the area. Yeah, Tachi, I'm a black reptilian Jew. Yep, that's what I am. I'm sure one of these trolls have said that at some point. I mean, if I haven't called me an agent, too, I'm like, calling me like, how the fuck am I an Asian? And how are any of us Asians? That's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, also, you see how spotty my schedule can be. Like, it's not like, I mean, if I was an agent, I feel like I'd just be acting more like an agent. I don't understand. That makes no sense. Yeah, I mean, if it was Zach an agent, Itachi an agent. I've heard calling other people who don't have channels. I've heard them call them agents. like the government's really gonna spend all this money and time on trying to have us all fall for some gematria thing and whatever. It's like, I mean, again, we're free to do what we want at the end of the day. It's like we're doing this, doing that, crazy thing that we shouldn't be doing or whatever. I mean, it's like, you guys, I mean, it's in the best way possible. Well, you have to understand, things like the truth community attracts pretty much two types of people. People that are awake-ish or awake at whatever, and they are intelligent enough to see things and they're here for information. But then you have the really dumb fucking people. And again, they're like these QAnon types. People just kind of fall for anything. They don't but they have a personality thing where they're trying to do they're more fringe. They're more contrarian fringe. They might just be into conspiracies and shit. So they'll fall for fucking anything, which means unfortunately that includes gematria. They have no discernment. So this could be the fakest shit to them. They wouldn't know the difference. Which you know how real this is. But you're not trying to say this community doesn't attract people like that. So then that's what you have people like that who just say dumb shit like this, dumb shit like that, troll. No, just not. I mean, I'm all for working with people in terms of I've never had a sabotage, no, but I mean because there's people that are like that who aren't they're not trolling, they're just straight up don't, they're not the sharpest tool in the shed, But as long as they're trying, I'm here to help and work with them. But I'm talking about people who call everyone agents and shit all the time. It's like everyone's an agent with no evidence, no proof. It's okay, I know who you are. I mean, you gotta call a spade, man. Because some people don't even come here to learn. They come to kind of hang out. It's okay, I'm all for hanging out too, but at the same time, these things should be able to learn or to benefit yourself and others in some way. Because to be very honest, I'm not saying you should know as much as me or even close. I'm just saying if you've been here, you don't get how they use gematria to do this stuff. And you've been here for a while. I hope you'd understand it. Sure, you don't have to know every connection, every riddle, but if you just don't even get how it works and why they're doing it, it makes you sus, to be honest. It's why are you here? Why don't you do other things in your life? Yeah, for entertainment, man, exactly. Yep, Frank James, the Confederate soldier. And Justin Wise, I gotta give you a wrench, man. Here we go. I keep forgetting I can do this on the phone now. I guess say YouTube say, oh, you could always do it. YouTube probably lies and crap like that. But I swear I checked once and it wouldn't let me do it. But YouTube loves to lie. It loves you to deceive. And plus, could I ever ask them anything? And you can't even ask them that question. You can't talk to these people. Just send you automated messages. We're gonna ban you for this. We're gonna suspend you for this. We're gonna not pay you for this. It's like, yeah, exactly, man. Like anagram, things that just don't like help go wake people up. And it just makes you look, because again, like, sure, this gang uses them in the riddles here and there, but like, that can't be the thing that you go towards. And it can't. I mean, it's like, look, you're trying to, I don't even know the best analogy to have. You're trying to make like a really good dinner, right, for like your guests or for your family or significant other. You're trying to make this a really tasty dinner, the best you ever made. Are you gonna cook the dinner with like, just some really fresh game, really fresh, organic food, everything? You're gonna make the best tasting thing? Or you can go to the dollar store and get those rubbery steaks in the freezer and use one of those. You could use either, right? They're both, food-ish. They're both like, you can use them, but why would you choose like the worst tool? I mean, people, that's the thing, like people using anagrams to try to wake people up. Like you're literally trying to like use a straw for like sipping a Frosty or a Slurpee. You're trying to use that straw to hammer in a nail. Like that's what you're doing. Like if the wood is soft enough and wet enough and the nail is strong enough, then sure you could do it, but it's not going to be effective. You're going to waste so much of your time and everyone's time. Why not just show them a gematria riddle or an astrological riddle? And again, you don't even have to start with the gematria. You start easy. You don't have to do the gematria. When I say that, I mean this whole numerological practice. More likely, you want to start with like the date numerology. You want to start with the date numerology, days from people's birthday, more so even. Maybe the numbers used in the event, and then you throw the gematria in. Because for some people, you start with the numbers, you start gematria really, you lose them. See, that lady, though, I started with her because I feel like she was open, and I mean, it was a good riddle. Columbus 110. It's easy to explain how A is 26, Z is 1, and we do that with the letters in Columbus, you get 110. 110 day of the year, I mean, anyone should be able to grasp that. And I told her that, she looked at her phone, and she's like, yeah, tell me more. Yeah, they'll say anything to ignore it. Yeah, we treat gematria like a religion. I mean, these things you say are so stupid. It's like, how to treat like a religion, man? Like, I literally come here, I share this information. I mean, Igatachi, man, I can't tell you how many times these losers have told me that like, all I do is sit here and decode and do gematria. Like, I waste all my time, get a life. I'm like, are you retarded? Anyone who's not so dumb can literally go to my videos, just look at my video upload dates, my stream dates, and clearly see that I don't, again, the people who do it, much love and respect to them. Anyone who works really hard at this, goes to this every single day, of course I appreciate that. But for these trolls to come here and say that I'm, doing this all day, it's like, that's the dumbest argument I've ever seen. They're saying, because I hate when they say it, because they put it down, they're making it seem like you have to sit here all day and, consume your life with this. It's like, no, you don't. You just open the fucking propaganda whenever you want and see it right in your face. That's all you have to do. It takes no time, no effort to fucking look and see. We know how they do this. That's why what we do, we open a CNN looking for Civil War rituals, and the first thing we see is a subway attack in New York, which was part of the Underground Railroad, and that's what a subway is. New York had a pivotal role in the Civil War, and we had the shooter named Frank James, which is Jesse James's brother, and these are Civil War characters. And that came out after the stream. So look, we're doing scientific process. I'm saying, here's my hypothesis. This riddle is concerned about the Civil War. And what's the evidence? What's the conclusion? That there was plenty more, right? All the 33 alignments. But then again, it was in the subway, which is literally an underground railroad. And then the next day they tell us about Frank R. James equals 44, like shooting. And that's the name of a Civil War character, and he's black. With a black mayor, the black police chief. Civil War fought, against slavery as one of the things. Which equals 102, and it's the 102nd day of the year. Which Civil War equals 102. I mean, again, like the example we saw in the follow-up, there's no excuse to deny this at all. There's zero. Like, these people didn't understand, because again, these people, sure, I preach, don't care what people think, but these sheep, they care what people think, because they're sheep. That's the whole definition. If you're that sheepish, of course you're going to care what others think all the time. And of course, it's all about, you can have self-respect, don't, be all sloppy and ridiculous. And of course, if you're on your friends and family, there's a different, level for that. But just in general, fuck what people think. You know what I mean? So these sheep care about it though. So do they not get how stupid they make themselves look when they deny this stuff? Denouncing it, calling us this. Oh, I was trying to be polite, but man, you're just like, no, man. If you don't understand this, it's because you have problems, man. Three hours from Jesuit Columbus, home of Ohio State, established in 1870. Nice, Justin Wise. Yeah, Indiana, 3 hours away. That's awesome. So you're close to Fort Wayne. I mean, you could be going in a different direction, but I know Fort Wayne's, like, for me, it's like 2 hours and 47 minutes, something like that. So you're kind of in that area. But, I think I could be wrong. You can go in another direction and bring it somewhere else, but that's just my guess. But yeah, Indiana, Ohio. Rich, the master pavement pounder over in Indiana. I know Rob Antico, he's riding with him. Frank Bansley, they're all going to OKC. Frank Bansley's I want to say he's in Chicago, right? Chicago is, of course, west of Indiana. After Indiana, you get to Illinois, and Chicago's kind of more towards the east of Illinois. So it's not that far from Indiana either. See, the problem is that Indiana is so wide. See, that's the deceptive part. Indiana is so wide, it takes like so long to drive through it. I could be wrong. I want to say 5 hours, maybe, because it can't be. Wait, it's about 4 or 5. It's more like 3 or 4 hours, I think. Because if Chicago's 6 hours from here, ish. I mean, because I haven't done that drive in so long. I don't remember, but something like that. But I think now I wouldn't mind the drive for Indiana, because I think I'm even more appreciative now of like just the open fields. I've always liked the windmills, but the cornfields and stuff. And that's what we need needing: cornfields, open fields, farming. I mean, that's what this nation needs to be like. If you have to do an A/B comparison between what we have now and then, I mean, ultimately it's just more of what it originally was, with some settlements carved out, but. Why not take in that nature? Why not take that in? Indiana shouldn't be the boring cornfield. It's like, what's so bad about that? Like, think about it. What's so bad about that? Sure, again, I'm talking about because it doesn't have to be corn. Sure, again, corn's not good. It's not healthy. A lot of it's GMO. I know that part, but I'm just talking about open pastures. You could have, anything you want there. Raise chickens, have cows, have wildlife. It's even the best. You can restore everything. But open land, spaced out homes, communities. Much better than this bullshit over here. But people want excitement. That's why they don't like Indiana. They want excitement. Now, what's going to do in Indiana? And then they say that, but then they go to the Colts game. Indianapolis Colts, fucking 201 team. Well, Indianapolis is 201. Just think about what kind of name is Indianapolis? I mean, come on, that name is by the numbers. 201, like the Jesuit order. Indiana with the 47 gematria, with Mr. Mike Pence, the vice president, and Mr. Trump 47. Barns every few miles because everyone used to farm to survive. I'm glad you're telling your kids that, man. Exactly. See, I know you're definitely imparting this on them, which is awesome. Not, but I just think it's so sick that is. I mean, to me, it's just so pathetic how Justin will tell his kids that, but then you have some other, some other American, Indiana, man, we gotta leave. This is so boring. It's just these cornfields, man. It's just this. Where's the, where are the strip clubs? Where's this? Where's that? Where's all the man-made amenities? You're not teaching your kids that. You're teaching your kids, hey, entertainment. Where's more entertainment? We need this. We need action. We need resorts. Sure, beaches are cool. But, I mean, it just shows, man, that how parenting makes such a huge difference in this world. It really does. That's why I want to just be the best parent I can for my children, I'm going to teach them just good values. Be like Justin, Yeah, great info, Justin. That's inspiring for sure, man. That's inspiring because I would absolutely talk to my kids that way too. Some people used to survive, and it's true. And now, I mean, that's what people are surviving now because they refuse to, go to the supermarket and all sorts of shit. So I'm all for that. You gotta send Indiana. It's funny, people will say that about Ohio. Oh, Ohio is all cornfields. But people say that, I'm like, where do you get this information from? Sure, Ohio does have stretches of cornfields, has stretches of farm, of land, especially up by Toledo and stuff. But I mean, come on, if you drive from Cincinnati, then you go through Dayton, then you go to Columbus, then you go to Cleveland or Toledo. I mean, how can you really say that? You've gone through like 4 major city areas and then all the suburb cities in between. It's like, no, it's not just only cornfields with nothing to do. I'm like, again, there's Put-in Bay, there's islands. We have islands here. Put-in Bay is an island. There's islands in Ohio. You can go and do stuff. I mean, like, what? Again, because all they do is sit in front of their TV and let the TV tell them what to do. It's like, because there's plenty of parks here, tons of nature. Sure, I'm not saying it's the best state in the world or the best place to be, but I mean, there's plenty to do here. You see me at biking. We had a good time. I just went up down High Street. I mean, I'm doing something right now. It's like, no, because I don't get it. Because what, we have OSU Buckeyes, is that the only thing you care about? So guys, that's proof. Because all you care about is OSU Buckeyes, maybe go to Cincinnati for a Bengals game, because no one cares about the Browns unless you're from North Ohio. If that's all you can do, maybe go to a Reds game, and maybe, I guess, an Indians game, or the Guardians. That's their fucking name now, the Guardians. Guys, I might still keep calling the Indians. I don't fucking care. Indians 47, if I'm not mistaken. But go to an Indians game. Guys, the day YouTube gives me a strike for calling them the Indians, that's gonna be hilarious. Guys, they could do that type of shit. Oh, you call them the Indians too much? Oh, strike for hate speech. You can call it hate speech. Look at this. Ohio. That's Ohio, see? That's Ohio. Going down the alley at fucking 40 miles an hour, bro. She would have hit me. She wasn't looking. She was on her phone. I told you. Always almost get hit. Look, look how fast she's going. Oh, my God. I don't know if y'all saw it, if I caught it on camera, but you heard the volume, right? The volume should have told you how fast the car was going, how I had to stop. Sometimes I play, guys, I don't play chicken with them when they're going that fast. I'm not looking. I'm not going to do that. But guys, I've always thought if I was an insurance fraudster, oh God, guys, I probably would have been I could have easily been a millionaire right now. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. I could have been a millionaire if I was an insurance fraudster, easily. That's how many times people almost hit me. That's how many times these bad drivers hit me and or almost hit me. Even the buses, the city buses, I could have sued the city. Sometimes I'm at the right of way and these people almost hit me. Because I'll never do this. I'm not a fucking fraudster, so I'm not gonna do this shit. But if I was, easily millionaire at the minimum, at the fucking minimum. Because those hospital bills can really run up. And then you just, you go in for the minimal treatment, you don't use up the whole thing, you probably pocket the rest if it works that way. The ball came through the clutch. Nice, man. Nice. That's always good. My camera's too far to the left. Unless you guys want to see this high school. Nothing's really going on. If my camera's like that, that means you probably saw the car. Ran over some glass. Well, if it happens now, it's fine. This is probably the best time for it to happen because my ride's done. I'm planning on biking for at least a week or two. It's not gonna be nice like this. Well, actually Friday would, but I don't know if I'm gonna go out tomorrow. I usually like to lay low on the weekend on Fridays, but there's people watching for sure. There's a lot of people on Fridays. So you can see like a really big video like, let's go out and turn up life, and that's Fridays. Almost back. Yeah, but thanks for coming out, y'all. I mean, this stream's probably done like 5 minutes. So, anyone was trying to leave, this is it. Home final stretch, but glad y'all enjoyed it. Glad y'all were here. We hung out. Y'all saw some things. We learned some things. We documented some things. We spread the information to someone, to the Black Lives Matter lady. I mean, guys, it's the test. I mean, if what's to say like in the summer? What's to say maybe July, August? If we don't see her out here anymore, maybe we had a good effect on her. Because I mean, that's the conclusion. If you truly took this knowledge in and saw it for what it was, you wouldn't be out here, shouting Black Lives Matter and calling for that type of dumbass stuff. You just wouldn't do it. She'd be out here saying, waking people up to what's really going on. How Mike DeWine's just an actor, agent, how the judge was run all this, how Andrew Ginther's another puppet, how they're both by the numbers, how Tarika L. Coleman was sacrificed, how Ma'Khia Bryant, if that even happened, if she was sacrificed. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be closing the stream right here. I'm pretty much home. I sound different, yeah. Well, that's a good cue to close it then. I don't know what's going on, but such rocks. Well, peace out, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Take care. See you in the next one. Yeah, have a good 1 a.m. in the UK. Nice, man. Have a good evening in the UK. Thanks for watching all from UK, man. It means a lot, man. Glad that, it's always cool to be able to show you other parts of the world. You see how the crap they do here now. So much love and peace, man. Ain't no problem, Gertz, Mike, Justin, Nathan. Thanks, man. You stay sharp too. Later, our blood. Peace, y'all. Catch you in the next one.